Okay everybody, we're back to the Arkham Asylum Series 1 figures. If you'd like to see the complete set summary and the write-up for the game on the back of the packaging, then check out the review for Batman. But today, we are going to be looking at Scarecrow, who in the game was absolutely petrifying. Scarecrow is, if I remember correctly, psychiatrist, I think, Jonathan Crane, who administers fear gas and toxins into his therapies and crimes, of course, to bring about horrific, terrifying hallucinations upon his victims. This is the Scarecrow as seen in the 2009 PS3, Xbox 360 PC game Arkham Asylum, and he was listed by a lot of sort of online polls and fans as the best villain of that game. So let's take a closer look at this figure. The reason he was listed as the best villain was because though the other boss fights were sort of straight up smashing them or avoiding them when they're angry and then attacking, or you know, all the usual sort of boss stereotypes, Scarecrow's fear gas caused mass hallucinations, which meant that the player was usually a very tiny Batman running around a massively terrifying sort of nightmare version of Arkham Asylum. Scary enough place, but with the Scarecrow in charge of your mind, it's even more frightening. So here he is. Accessories I'll just list off quickly because I'm not going to remove it. It's a bag of sort of fear toxin, like a dust or powder, presumably. Failing that, he's just got a packed lunch. The figure is alongside the Batman figure, which is about 6-7 inches tall. Scarecrow's hunched over, so he's about, I'd say about 5 inches in 5 inches tall. Very creepy design based entirely on the game, so let's take a closer look. The articulation first. He's got articulation in the feet individually. Just zoom out. He's got articulation in the feet individually, then in the calf, none in the knees, because the figure is, like in the game, he's sort of a hunched character, but some in the thigh, so you can flail him about, I guess. And then at the hip for the legs, that's on both legs. Articulation at the waist, articulation at the upper arm, and the elbow, for that matter, and the hand, and then a ball-jointed head for maximum posability. So yeah, details I really like about this Scarecrow in comparison to the one from the comics or from the cartoons like the Batman animated series or New Adventures and whatnot, or the Batman. I can't remember if he was in the Batman. It's not a very memorable show. Things that you notice are different is he's shirtless for starters, which is a bit creepy because he's all bony and scrawny, which just adds to how creepy he looks without the need of fear toxin. He's wearing what appears to be a lot of restraints around his legs, like belts, possibly from straitjackets or whatnot, of previous victims from his therapies, or maybe even that he's been wearing since he's been in Arkham. He has a gas mask built in noticeably to his normal mask, of course, because he wears one underneath to avoid the effect of his own fear toxins. So for the game they decided to put massive sort of cylinders from the gas mask on the side of his face, which makes him look even scarier. Ooh, mince. I know I didn't say that, but you know. Yeah. And this, oh, I love this. He's got a, I don't think he uses it in the game, but he's got a hand, well, he's got sort of like a glove almost, made up of injectable fear toxins, complete with needles on the fingers. Which is a terrifying thought. If you were frightened about having an injection before, you certainly will be even more so after you've met the Scarecrow in this incarnation. But what amuses me the most is I'm a fan of the comedy show The Mighty Boosh, and there's a character called the Crack Fox who has needles for hands. So the moment I played this game, I was just, I was half expecting the Scarecrow to go, "Thank you, pretty prince man," something like that, and then go, "I'm gonna make you wear a dress and hurt you," whenever he moved away from him. So yeah, but that is a wicked figure. Based on articulation, not fantastic, but then again, this is more a display piece than a play piece. Batman could definitely kick his ass. However, on detail alone, and the coolness of the character, and the fact that he's got the best boss fights in the game, I'd probably give this figure a very nice 8 out of 10. So there you have it, the Scarecrow, Batman Arkham Asylum Series 1. 8 out of 10. You think he's a pretty cool villain? Wait till the next review, because ladies and gents, we're going to be taking a look at Dr. Harleen Quinzel, Harley Quinn. Tune in next time! Oh, inappropriate close-up of boobies!